Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Ashley and today I wanted to just sit down and play with some makeup with y'all. So we are going to do a full face of nothing new. I just really love sitting down and popping some makeup on my face and talking to you guys about what is going on, what has been going on. And I have to warn you in advance, dang am I rambly in this video. Oh, I feel like it's, you know, when you have your point is right here and you close your eyes and just throw darts at it. That's kind of the feeling that I have on this video. God only knows what I'm gonna feel like once I edit it. So if it's a hot mess, I am so sorry. It's been an awful week. I can't pretend like it hasn't been. But yeah, so if you wanna see how I got this look, stay tuned because it is coming right up. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and jump into our full face of nothing new. So I will, as always, have everything that I'm using linked in the description box below. So if I forget to mention something, it is always there. But I do want to go ahead and start with my Huda Beauty. This is the Mercury Retrograde palette, and I have not used this enough. And I am really, really drawn to this quad right down here in the bottom. So I think that is what I will be using today. So let's go ahead and talk about what's been going on. So how was everyone's Halloween? Mine was crazy, absolutely crazy. So last week was awful, absolutely awful. My son, my 3-year-old, got very sick. And I think I mentioned it a little bit in one of the videos that I posted last week, because I do all my filming on the weekends and then I edit and post throughout the week. And I had mentioned in one of my videos that he had woken up and was throwing up, which for him is very odd. He doesn't throw up. My husband and I really don't throw up. I mean, how many times are you going to say that in a sentence? But he had been very sick starting at like 5 a.m. and the night before on Friday, he had been kind of lethargic. We just sort of chalked it up thinking, well, maybe he had kind of a busy day at school and it's been a long week or whatever. But no, 5 a.m. he's waking up crying and he's sick. So that happened and he was kind of himself for the rest of the day, but he was definitely not ship shape for sure. So he went down for his afternoon nap, which is when I typically come in to film. And when he woke up, he seemed fine. Like he was running around. He wanted to eat a little bit. It seemed like it was just kind of a one-off sort of thing. So we went for a walk around our neighborhood and thought really nothing more, well, not nothing more, very little more about it because he seemed himself. Unfortunately, when we got back from the walk, poor thing got super sick again, like super sick. So unfortunately that persisted for the rest of the week. So on Monday we took him to the pediatrician. They said it's just a GI thing. It's going to work its way through, which is good to hear, but at the same time is hard to hear because you want to be able to do something. And he was so miserable. And he's a very clean kid, so whenever he would get sick, he would just sit and cry and say, "Mommy, I made a mess. I made a mess." And it just was so, so heartbreaking. But we took him to the doctor on Monday, and he was pretty good the rest of the day. Like, he seemed like he was starting to rebound a little bit. He was keeping solids down. That seemed fine. And then on that overnight, again, he got really, really sick. But then Tuesday, he was good all of Tuesday. So we thought, okay, it's run its course. It's been Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and now Tuesday. It's run its course. It's going to be okay. So we were really fairly confident by the end of Tuesday. We were still going to keep him home from school on Wednesday because we wanted to give it, you know, some time to make sure that it was fully out of his system, non-contagious, all that kind of good stuff, you know, because we're responsible parents. And then on Wednesday, again, he was back to feeling mostly normal until the afternoon, and then it started all over again. We were like, oh, poor thing. thankfully, that was the end of it. So he was still sick, and then he kind of finished up. But it was a lot. It was a lot. So he was home from school, obviously. He was super sick. We were very careful that, you know, we didn't get the girls at all sick, which was good. But it was a lot to kind of handle. And I was super sad because he has been extremely, extremely excited about his Halloween costume. He wanted to be a banana for Halloween. And it... At first, I didn't really believe him because, you know, kids, they have one idea and then they have another idea and then they have another idea. So when he had first said that he wanted to wear a banana costume, I was like, okay, you know, I'll look, make sure that there's one available and everything. So I did research into it, but I was like, I'm going to wait a little bit before, you know, truly going into it because I don't want to buy a costume and then him change his mind and then, you know, be stuck with this banana costume. But literally for weeks, every single day, he would say at some point during the day, Mama, I still want a banana costume. So I got him a banana costume, and I was really scared that he wasn't going to be able to go to his school Halloween party and wear his banana costume. And that would have just been so freaking sad. But thankfully he was able to go to school on Friday and participate in their Halloween sort of shindig. Unfortunately, within a half an hour of him getting to school, I got a phone call. No, he did not get sick, which was honestly what I was afraid had happened. He fell down and just like, he had this huge knot, or still has a huge knot on his head. So it was a rough return to school. But on Saturday, which was actual Halloween, we were kind of, I don't know, we were kind of a couple of minds of what we wanted to do. Well, and when I say we, I really mean me. My husband was pretty resolute in what he wanted. But you know, I hated the idea of him missing out on like the full Halloween experience. But I don't know. I hated that idea. Unfortunately, we did end up staying in, but we got everybody dressed up. We dressed him back up. My husband and I got dressed up. We dressed up the girls. We just had kind of an indoor sort of Halloween party. And sorry, I'm trying to do a half cut crease and it takes concentration. And I did them both at the same time, which is foolish because I've got too much product on my brush. I forgot with this Milk Makeup concealer, a little tiny bit goes a long, long way. But it's what I like doing my cut creases with because it is so light. It works really, really well for that. Okay, so that's there and it's still nice and tacky. So I think I'm just gonna go in with my finger and use Galaxy, which is that very, very sparkly shade. Yeah, just press it right on in. I'm totally covering my face, aren't I? I'm so sorry. I'm very much out of practice. Yeah, so I didn't film on Saturday. Today is Sunday the 1st, in case anybody was curious, because I was just crispy burnt. I mean, the week was really, really rough. Poor kid was just feeling so terrible. I didn't get to give the girls hardly any attention. And then on top of everything, one of the girls had the worst case constipation I've ever seen in my whole life. So she was unhappy. My son was unhappy. No one's getting attention. I had a full-on meltdown on Saturday. So I did not film. So we're only filming today, which is Sunday. But I'm feeling much better today. I think it's just everything is starting to really, really get to me. Aside from the fact that my kid was sick. One of my other kids was kind of sick. And then just, I don't know. the stuff with the pandemic, and we're facing another lockdown here, which honestly, with cases being on the rise, is the right thing to do. But it just, I'm just tired. I'm just tired. And I know that that's, I'm very fortunate to live the life that I live, where, you know, we're certainly being affected, but we're not facing unemployment the way a lot of other people are. So I hate to even complain, to be honest with you, because it just makes me feel, I don't know, selfish. But it's been a lot, especially with the kids and stuff. I don't know. I hit my breaking point, and so Saturday was a really, really rough day for me, but everybody is feeling significantly better today. So I think we're kind of getting back to being in a better place. But that's kind of where I have been at. I did get a lot of really good pictures of everybody in their costumes, although I have to say I struggled a lot bit with trying to get everybody looking at the camera at the same time. Wow. That was an experience. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and hop off real quickly and clean up all of this under eye madness, because I really just went to town with the blending since I was talking and not focusing on what I was doing. And I'll be right back and we'll work on the face. Alright, so here we are back. I did clean it up and added just a little bit of black liquid eyeliner. This time of year, I just love a good black wing. So that is where we're at now. And I am going to go ahead and move on to the rest of my face and hopefully ramble less. You know, I always kind of mentally plan out what I want to talk about. And for some reason, and if you also work in any place where you have to give like presentations, or certainly if you make YouTube videos, things like that, tell me if I'm alone in that I will plan out what I want to say, and in my head, when I'm thinking about it, I am so much more concise and I make more sense, and then I get on camera and it's just like, alright, so I am going to use my Fenty Pro Filter Foundation. I have not used this in ages, and I do really quite like this, so I will go ahead and use that today. In case you are wondering, I am in the shade 150. So has anyone shopped the Sephora sale? I am very, very curious. I did put in an order. I put in an order, I think on Friday. Yeah, on Friday, because I actually had a little bit of time to go through and take a look at it and, you know, not shop from an emotional place, because I am definitely very prone to doing some retail therapy, which is not the best reason to buy things. Gosh, it just looks so flawless. I absolutely love this foundation. And I haven't used really hardly any foundations this year because of my project pan. Well, and, you know, life. But I forgot how much I just love this foundation. And that's part of why I like doing these full faces of nothing new, because it helps you sort of rediscover some forgotten favorites. Yeah, so I did pick up a few things from the sale, and I'm proud of myself because I've been pretty restrained so far. Now it is early in the sale, so we'll see if I decide to pick anything else up. But I was fairly restrained. I only bought a few things, and not all of them for me. I did get some stuff for you guys because I am so close to hitting 1,000 subscribers. And of course, I will be doing a giveaway once I hit that 1,000 subscriber mark. So I did pick up a couple of things to put into that. I'm so excited. So excited. I cannot believe, I just cannot believe that we've gotten to this point. And I'm so thankful and I'm so grateful. I'm excited. I'm really excited. Okay, so I am also going to take my Flower Beauty concealer. It's just the concealer that I've been using the most lately, and I want to go ahead and not have too many open at the same time because I just, you know, don't. But yeah, I cannot believe that we are almost at the 1,000 subscriber mark, and I'm trying to not go totally ham in getting things for the giveaway, but I really can't help myself either. Oh, and apparently I can't talk and blend out my concealer at the same time. But I did pick up, you know, a couple of things that were necessities that I was running out on or running low on and things like that. So I feel like I did a pretty good job. I have not usually been someone that could be described as doing a pretty good job when it comes to sales, so I think I'm getting a little bit better. But I would be really interested to know if you guys have picked up anything yet, or if you're planning to pick anything else up. Certainly once my order arrives, I will be doing kind of a haul video, let you know what I picked up and use some of it with you guys on camera. Anything that's new, anything that's not new. But I don't feel like this year there are as many releases that I am super duper stoked for. I, for a few minutes, was extremely excited about the new Natasha Denona palette, and I'm really interested at this point to see what other people think of it. I really thought when I saw the first kind of preview for it that I was going to buy it. I have a $100 Sephora gift card that you can't use during this in conjunction with the sale, which is dumb. It's one that I redeemed my points for. And I really thought that that was going to be a high contender for that gift card, because I was just, like I said, so excited. I have talked before about the fact that I absolutely love multi-chromes, and that is what the palette is. It's her trichrome palette. And so I was so excited. Speaking of Natasha Denona, I'm actually using the mini Bronze & Glow. And so I really thought when I saw that first Trend Mood photo of it, I was like, yes, that is happening. That is absolutely happening. Sign me up now. Take my money. I want that. And thankfully, I really sat down and kind of thought about it a little bit, and I took a look at the other shadows that come in that palette, because she's a pricey girl. I mean, this is not inexpensive makeup, right? It's $129. It is one of the larger palettes, so the $65 palettes have less product in them, which for me is fine because you guys know I've got a lot of makeup. So having a little bit less in the pan and paying a lower price point for it, I'm totally fine with. But when I really started looking at the other shadows, the other shades that are in that palette, I realized I don't need that. I already have all of those shadows many times over in some cases in other palettes. So what I would really be doing is spending $129 on 3 eyeshadows, and that doesn't make sense, especially when you think about a lot of the indie brands that are out there. And I think that you can get amazing multi-chrome shadows in single form, and you don't have to spend that much money. You don't have to spend $129 to get 3 shadows that are new or unique to your collection. So I do think that I'm going to pass on that one. Again, I'm going to wait and see what the reviews look like. Wow, I'm really blushing it up today. But I think at this point, I'm going to pass on that. I really wish that it had been not necessarily an entire palette of multi-chromes, because they are more expensive to produce for sure. But I do wish that there had been more uniqueness to the rest of that palette, because I think that there was a lot of opportunity there. But yeah, so that's kind of what I'm feeling there. I'm interested to know kind of what your thoughts on that palette are, if you have seen the promos for it, kind of what you think. Yeah, oh no, I'm not paying attention. I totally dipped my brush back into the bronzer. But yeah, so again, I'm just interested to see what everyone's opinion is. I mean, if it's revolutionary, I mean, sure, I might change my opinion, but for right now, I do think for me, it's going to be a bit of a pass. But yeah, there haven't been a lot of releases that I have just been super duper excited for. I really like how this highlighter is looking. It's very pretty. But I do think I need to clean up just a little bit, because I went a little bit nuts on the bronzer and the blush, and I just kind of got a little bit everywhere. But now we are into November, and I am really not really wanting to talk about things that are political, because that's just not what my channel is about. But at the same time, I don't know how to avoid it in a way, because, you know, we've got an election that is at this point just a few days away, and I'm terrified. I'm absolutely terrified. So I think that was also part of what was affecting my mental health, and has been, of course. There we go. Yeah, I think that looks a little bit better, a little bit cleaner. Okay. So now that we have the rest of the face makeup on, and I feel like I am rambling all over the place, and for that I apologize. I feel like I haven't done this in a while, and I don't know why I feel like that, because, you know, aside from not having filmed yesterday, my schedule isn't really any different. But it's just, like I said, it has been a week, and I have just been burnt to a crispy crisp. Let's see. I think I would use this littler brush for my under eyes, because I am bad about getting a little crazy on my under eyes, making them really kind of more intense than they actually need to be. So I'm trying to rein it in. And take probably just a very small amount of that very first shadow that we used. Blend everything together. But I'm also kind of trying to plan out where I want my channel to go. So I'm very interested to see kind of what your opinion is. What are some of the videos that you enjoy seeing from me? And what do you want to see more of, especially in the new year? I'm really hoping that I have at least a little bit more time to devote to creating content. Let's see. And I want to, you know, kind of see what everybody's feeling, what you think the trends, especially for 2021, are going to be, and what you are interested in seeing more of. Ooh, that's bright. I love that. That's real pretty. I used Supermoon, which is the shadow here on the end, in my inner corner, and that's beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. All right, so for my setting spray, I'm gonna use my ABH Dewy Set. I forgot how much I really loved this. Again, I've been doing so much project panning, and I've been wearing makeup far less than I usually would. So my pan projects are going super slowly. So I haven't been using a lot of the products that I would have ordinarily. Okay, jumping off camera, I'm gonna put on some mascara and then we'll come back and we'll do some lip options. All right, so everything is done, just piled on a whole bunch of mascara. I am still really enjoying my Fenty mascara, so that is what we have on. And I'm gonna go ahead and do kind of a vampy wine colored lip, I think. All right, so apparently I cannot line my lips and talk at the same time. I am going to use one of my NARS lipsticks. This is in the shade Vivian, which I love the name Vivian. It was one of the contenders for the girls. It was shot down, but it was definitely one that I wanted. But seriously, this time of year, how can you not want a beautiful wine colored lip? I love this lipstick. I love this shade, this formula. If you have not tried the NARS Bullet lipsticks, they are fantastic. So totally recommend them a bunch. And this is the finished look. I think that it is very fall, but I think all the pink is also making me feel very February as well. But that is okay because I do like the way that it turned out. But yeah, I'm interested to know what your thoughts are as far as the types of videos you want to see from me in 2021, which feels really weird to say and feels even weirder the fact that it is so stinking close. I'm definitely going to continue project panning because you all know I love to project pan, but what other types of videos would you like to see? I'm definitely going to continue with my Eye on Indie series, and I think I want to go back to doing my Temptation Station, talking about just new releases and how I feel about them. But, you know, what do you guys want to see? Do you want to see some vlog style videos or some lifestyle videos or things like that? Definitely please let me know because I want to be producing the types of videos that y'all want to be watching. So this is the final look. Thank you so much for spending some time with me today. I hope that you are having an amazing day, and I will see you next time. Bye.